Creating nude paintings from memory. When observation meets imagination. Can an artist paint the human body without looking at a model? At first, it sounds impossible. After all, figure painting is usually built on direct observation, careful study of proportions, light, and anatomy. But many artists also learn another powerful skill. They learn to paint from memory. Painting from memory is not about guessing. It is about internalizing what has been seen and understood through repeated observation. In life drawing sessions, artists study the human figure again and again. Over time, certain forms become familiar. The curve of the spine, the structure of the shoulders, the rhythm of limbs in motion. These patterns begin to stay in the mind. Eventually, the artist does not need to constantly look at every detail. They begin to recall the structure internally. This is where memory becomes a creative tool. When working from memory, the artist is no longer copying a specific moment. Instead, they are reconstructing the essence of what they have learned. This opens the door to imagination. A remembered figure may not be anatomically exact in every detail, but it carries the weight of experience. Artists can adjust poses freely. They can combine elements from different studies. They can emphasize gesture, emotion, or composition without being tied to a single reference. This flexibility often leads to more expressive work. Memory-based painting also changes the relationship between accuracy and creativity. Instead of asking, "Is this correct?" the artist begins to ask, "Does this feel right?" The focus shifts from measurement to interpretation, from replication to expression. Of course, memory alone is not enough. It must be built on a strong foundation of observation. Without real study, memory becomes vague. With practice, it becomes structured and reliable. Many traditional artists trained this way, moving constantly between observation, sketching, and memory studies. Each stage reinforced the other. In nude painting, this process becomes especially interesting. The human body is complex, but also deeply familiar. Because we see bodies every day, we carry an internal sense of proportion and movement. Artists tap into this internal library. They draw not only what they see, but what they understand. This is why some paintings feel alive, even if they are not perfectly detailed. They are shaped by understanding, not just observation. Memory also allows for emotional interpretation. An artist may recall a pose not as it physically was, but as it felt in the moment. That emotional impression becomes part of the artwork. A relaxed pose may become more peaceful. A tense pose may become more dramatic. The painting becomes less about documentation and more about experience. In this way, memory bridges reality and imagination. It allows artists to move beyond direct copying while still staying connected to the real world. And when used skillfully, it can produce some of the most expressive figure work. Because the goal is no longer just to see the body. It is to understand it deeply enough that it can be recreated from within. Thank you for listening.